Okay, so let me it's better if I explain it because of how wordy this is. So they introduced a new system in this game called the Purify Chamber. How it works is there are 9 sets, meaning that you have the capability, once you get enough Pokemon that is, to purify up to 9 Pokemon at once. As each step you take lowers its heart gauge by a certain percentage. I'm not entirely sure what the percentage is, but how it works is non-shadow Pokemon are arranged within the Purify Chamber. But there's not a whole lot we can do right now. Plus, I need to get that item off of Teddiursa. I didn't mean to do that. Curse your ace spamming. Anyway, so next thing, let's get this full heal off of Teddiursa. But yes, how this works is you see there are 4 slots. There will be 4 slots for a normal Pokemon. Now, how the tempo works is it will go higher if a Pokemon has type effectiveness over the Pokemon that is facing going clockwise. So, for example, if I have Poochyena here and, say, Metatite, both of those Pokemon would be mutually good against each other, since Dark is supposed to be super effective against Psychic, but then Metatite's fighting is super effective against Dark. If you do this relationship with all 4 Pokemon, you will hit max tempo, and what that does is it increases the amount of purification that can be done at one time per step for every Pokemon. It is a very handy system. I understand why they did it, especially since there are so many more Shadow Pokemon this time around. Also, the Shadow Pokemon in the center, if it's facing a Pokemon that it would be good against, then the tempo goes up even higher. Which can make purification a breeze in this game. This was much needed. Now, I will also mention, how does normal fit into this? Well, normal Pokemon, their relationship is they're all effective against each other. Just normal against normal, though. Yeah, it's more wordy than it actually is. Like, for example, if I stick the Teddiursa in here, notice the tempo goes up a lot higher than when Poochyena was in there by itself. Because it's mutually effective against itself. I can stick Poochyena in there, just speed up a little bit, but it's not that fantastic. We're going to... what would be a good Pokemon to get started with? Maybe Carvana, because there's a lot you can do with Water Dark. And yeah, it just plays a nice little beat. Oh, speaking of Cypher Lily, Have you made any progress with that data ROM we brought back from Cypher's lab? Oh yes, I asked Datton to analyze the contents of that data ROM. It should be ready soon. Michael, could you go upstairs and ask Datton how he's doing? Datton is the man in the room next to the director's office, remember? He was compiling the basic data. Big Brother's tired, so Jovi will go. Oh, Jovi, it's okay. This is for work. Seeing Jovi and her boundless energy makes me realize I'm back home. Anyway, I wonder what's on that data ROM. Oh, Jovi, there's no stopping you. Please, Michael, go ask Datton how he's doing in his office upstairs. Oh, isn't Datton the man who's always fooling around with his computer here? This is strange. Jovi wonders where he went. Good question. I forgot he has a Cacleon. Consternation. Wow, they are using some big words for this game. Ah, I'm sorry, Professor. I couldn't decipher it. Huh? Oh, it's you, Michael. You scared me half to death. That data ROM is heavily protected like a bank vault. It would take a seriously talented guy to break through and get at its contents. A seriously talented guy, you say? Ah, Professor, I'm terribly sorry. It can't be helped. And if it's a seriously talented guy we need, well, I think I may have a solution. Who would that person be? Michael, I'm sorry to spring this on you, but can you deliver the data ROM to ONBS in Pyrite Town? Datton, hand the data ROM to Michael, please. Oh, right away. ONBS is known as a TV network, but they're much more than that. The people that later founded ONBS were actually instrumental in breaking Cypher's conspiracy 5 years ago. Please deliver that data ROM to Ned at ONBS. He's the right-hand man to Sec, ONBS's leader. I'm confident that he will be able to get at the contents of that data ROM. Pyrite is past a Git. It's quite far, so be careful when you're traveling out that way. So, yeah, the kids' grid is now the news network. Isn't that weird? Also, Pyrite Town's far less rough than it used to be. You still have the dual square, plus, you know, things like that. The dual square is purely experience. They have no shadow Pokemon this time around. Marcia, wait for me! Marcia, wait for me! I mean, it's easy to do that when you're carrying a camera. There goes Marcia, tearing off like a tornado as usual. There goes one busy girl. Well, look who it is. Alright then, what have we here? Well, if it isn't Treadley and Folly, what do you think you're up to? What are we up to? You've got it all wrong. We're here to do some shopping, that's all. Now don't lie to me. I know about the likes of you. You're up to no good, aren't you? Cut us some slack, Officer Johnson. Sir, we've had a change of heart. We sworn off our criminal ways, yes, sir. No, that doesn't wash with me. No, sir, it doesn't. I won't have you lot walking around the streets as if you own the place. Pompous, though. Folly, the man won't listen to reason. Let's get out of here. Those two that just ran off, they're named Folly and Tridley. They once belonged to Cypher, but just as mere grunts. Back in those days, they wreaked havoc as if they owned the place, but I caught up with them and put them straight. I got quite the dashing figure, don't I? It's my job to uphold the peace and pirate. Pow! Yeah, about that. I'm Charles, the chief of pirate police. Are you a traveling trader? The town has become peaceful, but there are still plenty of roughnecks around. They know how to keep us busy, what with their brawling and so on. Lots of them will go out of their way to pick a fight with you. Be careful when you're out on the streets. Goal-free hyper potion. I'm Silva. I'm the operating manager of Pirate Coliseum. Well, I'm manager in title only. I'm just filling in. Duking, the town's leader, discovered a place where wild Pokemon gather. Ever since then, he's been engrossed in searching for wild Pokemon. In the meantime, he left me in charge of the Coliseum. If you want to battle, you should go straight to the Coliseum registration desk and apply. Not just yet. Here's where the kids' grid was based. Behind the secret bookcase that they just took down. No big deal. Start robbing people. Focus Band, not as OP as the Focus Sash, but that's when it all started. Okay, that leads to Coliseum. And let's get a few cost-effective Moo Moo Milk. They do Moo Moo Milk in this game. Good. Not that you would want milk. Not that you would want milk, especially in this desert heat, but 100 HP for 500 Pokédollars, that's nothing to sniff at. Yeah, I'll take a lemonade too. I'll stop until I have about 10. Buy 4 more lemonades. Welcome to ONBS. All visitors are free to wander the ONBS building and see our network in operation. My name is Meg, and I'm the official guide. Glad to meet you. Shrew. This is Shroomish, my friend. Isn't it cute? We broadcast TV signals all across the Orre region. I hope you'll take the time to see how we work. Shrew. And then they took over what used to be the pirate building that went unused. So the magicians that you saw at the beginning of the game in the Krabby Club decided to come over here and make it big. I mean, that makes sense, though. Hi, welcome to ONBS. The name's Sek. I'm supposed to be in charge here. I'm glad to meet you. Started by 5 kids 5 years ago during the Shadow incident, a tiny network has grown into this today. I operate this place with my partners, Net. We're convinced that reporting the unvarnished truth will be for the good of peace and justice. Anyways, did you want something from me? You're kidding. Cypher was using his desert lab again? Okay, understood. You should take that data ROM and show it to Net right away. I'm sure he can decipher whatever information is stored on that data ROM. Same girl that did the Kids Grid song. We bring you a special news bulletin. Professor Crane, the abducted head of Pokemon HQ Lab, has been safely rescued. Professor Crane had been held captive in Cypher's desert research facility, which was widely believed to have been abandoned. Reports say that Professor Crane was rescued by a lone teen. This is evidence that Cypher has returned after apparently being crushed 5 years ago. The authorities fear that Cypher's return could result in more serious incidents. Citizens are urged to be vigilant and cautious. And that is the news. Her name is Anka. It's a joke pun on anchor. Oh, yeah. Right, you need to talk to this little girl because it starts a little side quest. Yeah, this starts a little trend here. Whenever you go towards these item boxes, you get stopped by a random NPC, at least to a certain point. Probably went to the bathroom and then just lost their way. It happens. Soothe Bow. So what that does is it increases the friendship growth on whatever Pokemon is holding it. I'm going to be using that real soon. No, these are just the garbage from the old building that are still here. And it's also impossible to get in the caves now. They have it blocked off entirely. I've been told by Net to not allow anyone through. He's working right now. Huh? You came from the Pokemon HQ lab, but I still can't let you through. I'll get in trouble if I do. Detro, do you have a visitor? Oh, Net. This person here says he comes calling from the Pokemon HQ lab. Oh yes, I was expecting him. Please show him through. Oh, sure thing. I'll let him through. Now please, Net's waiting for you inside. Detro is also the little boy that was guarding the bookcase in Coliseum. I'm called Bit. Glad to meet you. Net's over there. Hello, I've been expecting you. You're Michael, right? I'm Net. And this is Bit. He's my friend and an invaluable partner. Pleased to meet you. We heard from Professor Crane. Sounds like you pulled off a daring rescue. Yes. Oh, wait. Yes, Bit, but now's not the time to waste chatting. Let's see the data Professor Crane called about. I've deciphered something similar to this before. It brings back memories. Okay, I think it's time. It's going to take some time for me to check the contents of this data ROM. Can you wait while I do that? Hey, Net, how's this for an idea? Our news team should be out visiting Duke King at one of his Pokespots to file a story about wild Pokemon. Since he's got free time, why not have him go visit Duke King as well? Hey, that's good. Good suggestion, Bit. Are you interested in wild Pokemon? It wouldn't hurt to go look, you know. Oh yes, may I have your PDA number? I'll contact you as soon as I find anything out. Thank you. I'll try to decipher this as quickly as possible. By the way, Bit, where is our news team? I think they said the Rock Pokespot. I think this Pokespot was the destination. That's literally in the middle of nowhere. Okay, Michael, go out to the Pokespot and wait for me to call. Who knows, you may see some wild Pokemon. New news broadcast. We bring you the ONBS news. This is a story on the man who works inside Pirate's Landmark, the town's giant windmill. The man is familiar to all of us with his slogan, 35 long years of cranking gears. However, there have been rumors in some quarters that perhaps his claim of 35 years is hugely exaggerated and that the real figure is 5 years. Asking the man himself proved fruitless, since he refused to say anything other than 35 long years of cranking gears. While the truth is shrouded in mystery, ONVS pledges to determinedly follow up on this story. Wow. So apparently in Coliseum, it was the guy's first time at this job. Yeah. And talk about a slow news day. bringing you the truth no matter how much it hurts. I'll see myself out. Yeah, it's part of the reason why I'm probably only going to stream for 4 hours. Hey, don't you think it's too tough for us to pull anything in this town? Our faces are too well known. Yeah, I hear ya. If we don't hurry, the boss will get impatient and come looking for us himself. We're okay on that score. I went and snuck a transmitter on the boss. You can tell where he is by checking this radar. So, we can always be ready for him when he blows his top. I have to hand it to you, Folly. Way to go. Huh? Surely looks like we got email. Gah! Is it the boss? Let's see. You two come back right now, it says. Oh, gosh darn it. He sounds like he's fuming. He might dock us dinner again. We better scoot back. Well, so much for this radar. It's not much use if the boss is going to page us by email. Oh man, why do our lives have to be this tragic? I mean, you're the ones who chose the life of crime. So... Oh yeah, I want to go ahead to the Pokemart real quick, because there's a very funny Easter egg. Listen, if someone were to say, I'll give you 10 Pokepoles for free, would you take them? No. I see, you seem to be able to make decisions coolly. I must be a total nincompoop for accepting these useless red and white sticks. Yet another one that falls for Dr. Kaminko's stupid inventions. It's just a pole, painted red and white. Alright, let's take a quick swig because I'm going to need it. Hello people, it's time for Pofty's Fast Break Report. We bring you news while it's breaking. Today we're visiting Duking, the discoverer of Pokespots where wild Pokemon appear. Duking is said to be the driving force behind the booming popularity of wild Pokemon in Pyrite. Duking, so is this the Pokespot that you discovered? Hello, Duking here. Yes, that's absolutely right. For 15 long and torturous years, I toiled, snatching sleep only grudgingly, to find this Pokespot. 15 years, is that true? Yeah, one shouldn't let details get in the way of the story. Isn't that right, Betty? It's Pofty. Alright, let me explain how one goes about attracting wild Pokemon to a Pokespot. Well, seeing as you're here, wouldn't it be better if I got someone to demonstrate? Oh, you there. Yes, you kid. You'll be perfect. Come over here, mate. Alright, my friend. Let me show you how to attract wild Pokemon to a Pokespot. First and above all else, you'll need these Duking brand Pokesnacks. Here, I'll give you some. Alright, my friend. Lay those Pokesnacks on that plate right there. Go on ahead. I'm only going to put one here because there's a good reason. Very good, mate. That's how you do it. When you've laid out the Pokesnacks, leave the area. Eventually, a wild Pokemon will come along. Just you wait. The more Pokesnacks you lay out, the longer a Pokemon will stay to eat, making it that much easier to catch. This is also important. My specially made spot monitor. This, I'm sure you'll agree, is truly something awesome. My goodness, you developed this device yourself? Yeah, one shouldn't let details get in the way of the story. Isn't that right, Betty? It's Pofty. By the way, Duking, can you tell us what a spot monitor is? I'm glad you asked me that. My spot monitor is a dandy. It lets you know what's happening at any Pokespot wherever you are. Here, my friend, as my thanks for hearing me out patiently, I'll make a gift of this, too. Slot it into your PDA. That's all you need to do to make it work. Simple. Alright, now you're set. Now when a wild Pokemon appears at a Pokespot, your spot monitor will respond to alert you. I found 3 Pokespots in all. There's one to the west of this one here. That's right, around here. Use these Pokespots to catch yourself some wild Pokemon. Give it a try, mate. I cannot do an Australian accent for the record. I'm actually really bad at it. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry you had to hear that. This oasis is beautiful for the record. Oi, it's you. You're that lad who helped us out on that news show. Thanks much, mate. I'm surprised you came out to a place like this. It must mean you're seriously interested in wild Pokemon. That's marvelous. This makes it all worthwhile. My teaching you, I mean. So you fine, upstanding lad. Lover of wild Pokemon. I have some information that you'll find to be special. But my friend, I also have a favor to ask. That's a fair deal, right? Yeah, thank you kindly. You see, there are several Pokemon that hardly ever show up in Pokespots. Trapinch, Surskit, and Wooper. I'm having a rotten time of it trying to catch those 3. If you were to catch them, I'd gladly trade you some of my Pokemon, mate. I'm counting on you, mate. I've got to be on my way now. Whoops, mustn't forget. I promised to give you some special information, didn't I? If you go way off to the northeast, there's a Pokespot that's hard to find since it's inside a cave. That's my favorite Pokespot. You've got to go see it. Well, I guess I should be going on my way. Real pleasure chatting with you again, mate. I'll be heading back to Pyrite. Come visit whenever you'd like. Let's meet again, mate. Adios. So you Spanish now, too? Okay, And that's going to be all the time that we have. So until next time, Ryo Nakage 33 signing off.